Yo, 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 my Star Citizens and Noob Gamers. Welcome back to another episode of Star Citizen with me, Mennings. And in today's episode, I'm going to be making some money by point and click mining. Well, what I call point and click mining. So we hope you like this video, guys. If you do like this video, don't forget to take that pointer and tickle that like button for us. Don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe notification for more videos as we drop them. Also, check out the description for the links to the Discord, as well as the membership if you want to help out the channel further and help us to grow. And yeah, so we hope you like this one, guys. So let's get into it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go out today and do some mining. I originally started the video talking about it more scientifically. I brought up charts, the charts that I put a link in the description for that, and was going to look at these charts at, you know, the percentages of where's the best place to go and buy stuff and this, that, not buy stuff, where's the best place to go and look for certain elements and what's the best percentages. And then it turned out in the end it was just better and easier for me to just point and click, just come out of the space station, find some rocks and mine them, and I ended up making a lot more money and wasting a lot less time. So that's what I'm going to do. So as you can see now, I'm on these charts, and I start off this video by going through these charts and just trying to work out where's the best place to go. So you can see here I'm looking at Crew L1, and then I look at Crew L2, and I say, oh well, Crew L2 here has got a better percentage of finding Bexelite and gold and stuff like that. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up going too scientific and looking at the charts, signatures and stuff like that, the signatures on the charts, like the 1700 and stuff like that. But in the end, it just turned out that it was just better to just actually just point at a mining place, just go forward, and just that's it basically.
Quantum travel complete.
So here we are over at Crew L2B. I'm going to switch to I'm going to bring my speed down, and I'm going to press V and switch to my thingy mode, and then I'm just going to start scanning, see what we get. So I'm going to be looking at the 1850 rock. This is an 1870. About one. It's a 1750. Shadow 1. 1870. Don't 1. $1,700. I don't want that one. $1,900. So that one will be a good one there, the 1900. $1,720. That one. There, an 1850. So we've got an 1850, which is the one we want to look at, and it is whether that is a an M-type. That's what we're going to find out. So there we are. So it's boss. It is an M-type, which we wanted, but it's just all boss and quartz. And we can take all of that. Now let me have a quick look at the website. Not the website, the thing I had on. The boars. See, the boros is not too bad one to get. So I'm going to look at the thing on it. So it's around 3,000, selling it around 3,000 the boss. And it's 42% that. So do we take that? Or do we keep searching? It's at 3,000 and it's 40% of it is that. But then the rest of it is quartz, which isn't. Quartz is only 300, so I'm going to keep looking.
Mining mode off.
Going to keep looking. This is the 1720. So 1900 could be one. Let's go to that.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
This is an E-type. And it's beryl and titanium. So let's have a look at that. What we get from that. Beryl and titanium. Beryl we're looking at 2,000 and titanium 499. So we'll leave that one. Move on to the next one.
Mining mode off.
And then it's 1750. So what I wanted to do at this point is, you see we're about 8 minutes in or something. I just wanted to sort of jump from here. I went over to Cruel 2 and I was working it scientifically, going off the charts of what the rock was, the rock type. And like I said, I'd written down on my notes like it had to be in 1850s for more chance of the gold and stuff like that I was looking for. And so we're 8 minutes in, and I think I've scanned a lot of rocks, and I think I've broke 1 or 2 rocks. And I think I spend a whole hour in this section just trying to get it scientifically, trying to get the right rocks that's going to have the better chance of the gold. And so that's an hour of me doing this. I'm going to jump this now in a minute to where I'm actually back at the space station, because that's already at 10 minutes. And like I said, I did this for an hour just for one run. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as I move over back over to Crew L1 because there's no space station here where I'm at. So again, I went to a place where there was no space station nearby, so I have to go 2 million miles to the space station. So you'll see me realise that as I go back over to Crew L1 that it was just better to stick around that area and just point at a rock. Like you see all these rocks around me here, all these square, all these cubes, and I could just go to any one of them and just pick up, and I've got just as much chance as picking up decent cargo, especially if I want to go in for stuff at 2,000 and up, like tier 2 and tier 1 stuff. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to jump from here and jump as I'm going back to Crew L1. But like I said, I spent a whole hour here just on one run. So here I am back over at Crew L1, and I go and process this and then realise I've spent an hour doing this, and I could have just stayed around here and spent 10 to 15 minutes on each run around here. So after I've done this, I think each run that I do after that is about 15 minutes of filling up the cargo and bringing it back. And I think all in all, I do about 11 runs altogether. So this was the first one, which took me an hour. Now, if I did that all scientifically for 11 runs, it's going to take me 11 hours. But this whole video itself was only 4.5 hours, I think. So you'll see, like, the realization of it's just easier to come out of this space station, point at a place, head that way, see a rock, go and scan that rock, rather than using the charts to be more scientific about what I was doing. So you'll see I'm going to jump down to where I sell this, and then jump back in. I'll jump to just jumping and picking up where I'm actually mining some rocks and stuff like that, and then to where I'm actually processing those, and then to where I take it and sell it on. So I just wanted to show here, as I'm looking at this, I just wanted to show actual stock that I could sell. So I've got 10 agricium, I've got 8 beryl, and I've got 1 gold. That's basically the stuff that I'm going to sell. So 1 gold, 8 beryl, and 10 agricium. So I'm talking about probably 20 grand on the agricium, maybe just short of 20 grand, 15 grand on the beryl, and about 7 grand on the gold. So you're probably talking about 35 grand here on this. I could sell this for 20 grand, but if I refine it, it's going to cost me, I can get about 35 grand. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to opt to process this, and I'll do an overnight on it, and I'll get rid of the stuff I don't want, like the copper and the inert materials and stuff like that. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head over to the other station and do that. So we want gold. We've got 46. So half of SCU. We've got beryl. We've got just short of an SCU. We've got agricium, we've got short of an SCU. And we're going to go for the Nix method. So it's going to be 22 hours, it's going to cost us 2,800. So we've got 6 lots of beryl, 7 agricium, and half gold. And then the rest of it can go. Turn engines on.
Starting pre-flight protocols. All systems operational.
Request takeoff.
Requesting clearance. Stand by.
So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to stay around Crew L1 and just going to do some point and click, and I won't show it all. I'll just basically show the odd maybe one where I'm looking at the rocks, and just probably just go to where I'm actually filling the stations. And like I said, each section that I do is about 10 to 15 minutes. Each run that I do now is about 10 to 15 minutes. And like I said, so I'm doing 10 runs. So you're probably talking about an hour and a half's worth of content where I'm doing this.
Thank you. And please visit again.
So yeah, so you'll just see me jump into in and out of different ones from there. So I wanted to jump on this one and show this one. So this one, when I scan this rock here, it's a 1700. And when I was looking at the charts earlier on, I might have said, no, I don't want that one. But then when I actually get to the rock, it turns out that it's a rock that's already been broken up and I can just take it. And it's like 50% hethestonite. So, you know, I'm talking, once I take this now, so we had 1.9. So let's see what we get from it. The hethestonite. So we're talking nearly 3 hethestonite there. So 3 times 2, so about 6-7 grand there, because I just went to the rock. If it had been doing the thing where I was looking at the charts earlier on, I would have just bypassed that one. And it was like I said, it was 6-7 grand there just to pick up, like literally just going up to it and picking it up because it was already a broken rock. So this is what I'm talking about, where I can just point and click, just go into a direction and not worry about the numbers, not worry about the chances and the percentages and stuff like that. So here we are back on to our second run now. And that run only took me 15 minutes. So the first one took me over an hour because I went to go over to the QL2, go look for some rocks, specifically looking for certain rocks for a certain percentage. And the second run, this one, is basically I've just gone out and picked just rocks. Just didn't even care about what the signature was. I just went, and if I could pick it up, I could pick it up. As long as it's had a decent amount of tier 2 and tier 1 stuff in, I would pick it up. So I'm going to again go to the Dinix, and I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to take the Boras or whatever. I'm going to take the Hephaestonite, I'm going to take the Beryl, and that's it. And then I'm going to get a quote for that. The Dinix one, it's going to 21 hours, it's going to cost me 2,500, and we'll confirm that. And then I'll go out again for the next one. So that's 2 jobs we've got going on. I'm just looking at like how much we will lose. So we're generally losing around 1 SCU on each one. So that's going to cost 15 grand. Is it worth it? I'm not too sure. I think further on in the video, I will look at the other ones and pick up something different. But for this one, I pick up the Dinix in the end anyway. So here I am. I'm just taking off the pad. And so what I'm doing is I'm just landing on the pad, fixing if I've got any damage, and then just coming back to the pad and just back off it again. So that rock I've already scanned before. So what I'm going to do is, you might see me just scan 1 or 2 interesting rocks and do them, and then but most of it is going to be about me just coming back and doing the actual refining part of it. And like I said, that all I'm doing is scanning around and then just go and picking rocks, and then hopefully we find some good ones. And this third run, should I say, takes me about 10 minutes. So here we are, guys, third run. I said this one took me about 10 minutes. So I've done 2 runs in half of the time of my first run. My first run was an hour. I've now done 2 runs in 25 minutes just by staying around Crew 1. And I'm getting just as much material that's worth just as much. So the on here, on this one, the Hephaestonite, again, is another 7,000 per unit, and we've got about 20 odd units of that. So we'll pick the Dinix, obviously, and we're going to have about 20 units of that. Yeah, just short 20 units when we've done that. So literally a 10-minute run, and I've got 20 units of something worth 2,500. So you're talking another 40 grand just on that 10-minute run there. Whereas I only made 35 grand in an hour on that first run by being a bit more scientific with it. So I'm just going to grab a drink and then head back out. So here we are back out on the 4th run. And another reason I wanted to show this one was just this here. As I come up to this rock here, you see the rock has a couple of little rocks around it that are broken. And so just by pointing and clicking and not being too scientific about it, I found a load of rocks that some of them, many of them, I can just actually take. Like, so we get this one here, this one which I would have to break, but it's mainly iron. But you see the ones next to it, these are purple, so I can just scoop these up. And let's have a look at these one. What is this? It's 100% beryl. So like, just coming across these just by not being scientific and just going out pointing in a direction and going. And this is why I'm saying about this point and click mining. Just point in a direction, go forward, and then just scan and take it.
Extraction mode.
So this one took me about 15 minutes altogether when I get back to the space station. So I'll jump back to that point now. So I wanted to show this one before I came in. This is that same run what took me 15 minutes. And you see this one, it's an impossible, but it's got Quantanium in it, 22% Quantanium in it. So I thought, well, I'm going to go and have a look at it anyway. Even though it's impossible. Look how thin that green line is. It's tiny. So I thought I'd come and have a look and just to give it a try. I'd throw up my laser. Get closer. Just get close as I can to it. Get to the optimal. I see a little bit of green touching there. So I think, oh, maybe I could just do this one. It looks like it's holding and it's not bouncing back down to zero. So if I get closer and closer, it might actually take a little bit of time to do, but it's quite stable. That line as it's going up is quite stable. So I might be able to actually hold that line on that tiny green optimal line. It's really, really small. But if I get it, that could be good. It's 22% Quantanium. So that could be a good one. So I'm going to just leave this one to run so you guys can see me do this one. As you can see, the line is going up slowly, but I don't want to chance it by moving around too much and end up getting it to push that the line up too much. I'm just going to steadily do it, and then just maybe back off the power once I'm in the green, and just maybe back it off a little bit and see if it holds there. So here we are in the green section. Pull back a bit. I don't want it to. Back on it as soon as I can. It's a massive amount of skill this to do something like this. So this time I'm just going to back off the laser a little bit and just use my laser power instead of movement, because the movement is too much. I'm going to back off because it's about to blow, which it did do. Luckily I did move. Maybe I damaged some of the Quantanium in that, but we should see. I should get some of that. So let's scan some of this. So 0.82 Quantanium in that one, but 40% beryl. So we got 34% Quantanium. %67 beryl. 57% Quantanium, so definitely going to take that one. So now that I've done that, I've now got a 24-minute timer, 25-minute timer on that Quantanium before it comes unstable. And I've got 4.5 Quantanium there. Take this one as well. I've now got 4.6. 5 Quantanium, 6 Quantanium, 7 Quantanium. And we'll take this even though it's only a 0.2%. So 8 Quantanium there, 9 Quantanium, no, 7.8, 7.2 Quantanium, sorry. And so that 7.2 Quantanium is, so the storage is full. 7.2 Quantanium SCU. Each one of those, so say we get 7 after the refinery, and each one of those will be worth 25,000. So you're talking about 170 grand or something like 175 grand, I think it turns out to be, just for the Quantanium. So that little, even though I had to play around with it, it's still a couple of minutes for 170 grand. So I'm going to jump back to the space station where I'm processing this one, and we'll meet you guys there. So here I am, 3 jobs on the go. Set up this work order. And I'm going to do the Quantanium and I'm going to do the beryl only. So the Quantanium we've got 7 and the beryl we've got 15. And we'll do the Dinix overnight. Get a quote. It's going to cost us 7,000, take 26 hours, and we're going to get about 6 Quantanium. Confirm that. Let's get that going. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump out onto the next one, the next work, and see you guys out there. So here I am on the next one, and as you see the lasers in a minute, the laser doesn't go up, it's just stuck. So I check out the chart and see the people saying 30k, and it turns out that's exactly what's going on. So you guys see people saying 30k, see you later guys, nice, and then all of a sudden, boom, we get the 30k. Now, I don't know if you saw the cargo I had something like 7, not titanium, 7 tatanite or something, I think it's called. And each one of those is worth 7,000, 7,500 or something like that. And I had about 7 of them, I think. I think I had 7, it might have been 3. No, a massive difference in numbers. But even if I had 3, you're still talking 20 odd grand. And so what I do is I jump in back into the best, and I'm hoping the 30k works. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump in now and hope the 30k works. And what I mean by 30k, I mean 30k protection, where your cargo's still on your ship. Here I am back at the terminal, and I'm just going to look at where my prospector is, and it says my prospector is stored at New Babbage. Now, I can't hit that claim button. If I hit that claim button, I'm going to lose any stock that's on it. So I'm going to have to do the fast travel, which you'll see me do now. So I'll just head over to the hospital. And because basically what he's done is stored it back at my home location, but I have set this to be my respawn location, this space station here. So what I have to actually do here is come over here to the insurance terminal, access that and reset my location so it becomes back to New Babbage. So now my respawn location now is back to New Babbage. So keep them to the side. So I've got them if I ever come here again, press backspace and head over to New Babbage. So I'll see you guys over at New Babbage when I'm at the station thing.
You're gonna love. Kelto RX. Feel better, save more.
New Babbage. There we go. So here we are back over at New Babbage. Just heading into the spaceport now. Up these stairs, and I'm just going to see where my ship is, see if it's stored here, and I shouldn't have to claim it. And if I don't have to claim it, then theoretically my cargo should still be on it.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
The factory line has all of Microtech's
And where are we? Prospector, I can retrieve. So my cargo should still be on it. So here I am on the ship. Now I'm going to pull out my mining laser and just see if that cargo is still on it. As you see, the mining laser is already out because from when I crashed earlier. But it's saying there's no cargo there. So I'm going to maybe put that away. And what I'm going to do is, because I'm over here at the...
protocols. All systems operational.
How can this help you today?
because I'm over here at New Babbage, I'm going to just go over to Mikhail 1 and just hang around that way. So I'll pull my mining laser out again and see there's no cargo still. But later on, when I'm up and scanning rocks, you'll see something happen. And so we'll jump to that in a second. But I'm going to stay around Mikhail 1 now and just do some mining around here. Here I'm over at Mikhail 1. I've just found a rock that I want to scan. And you see I've got no cargo still. It's still saying 0 of 0. So I picked up a rock here. Got to be careful. Almost hit that. Woo. Came in a bit too hot there. So it's a purple one, so I can just pick it up, whatever it is. And it's 24% or 34% FS tonight, so we'll take that. And as you see, as I start gathering that up, all my stock appears. So all the stock from the other one, where I had the 30k, all appears, and I'm almost full. Now I just need to pick up another rock maybe, and then just head over then to Mikhail 1 and go and start some processing over that way. So here I am, Mikhail 1. I'm just going to set up my first mining job here. So I've got 4 at the other one, over at Cruel 1, and I'm going to start some here as well. And what I'm going to do is I'll just jump again forward and back between ones that I think are interesting before I then collect it all in the caterpillar and then go and sell it on and show you what I made from it all. And this is just point and click. And like I said, the whole video is about 4.5 hours. So I didn't spend more than that on the video itself. But each run is about 15 minutes, give or take. It's between 10 and 15 minutes. But the first one that I did was an hour. So you can see how much, I lost so much time there. I could have maybe done 4 runs in that time. So here we go. I'm going to put some of this in. We've got agricium, some beryl, some hephaestonite, and some terranite, I think it's called. So we've got a nice haul here. This should be a good one. And I'll pick the Dinix and I'll do an overnight on this one. Terranite, there we go. So we've got 5 terranite, which is 7,500 per unit on that. So I'll do an overnight on that, 22 hours, and then I end up taking a break for a good few hours while I go and have some food and that. And then when I come back and I start the next processes, I put them on the Ferron, I think it is, and then they're about 8 hours. So jumping onto this second job, I picked up some abexolite gold, which is worth 7,000 each, and some hephaestonite, which is worth about 2,500 each. So this is my second job. And this one I do some Ferron processing, so it's around 8 hours. And what I'm going to do is I'm just not going to keep showing these. I'm just going to jump probably to the very last one that I do, and you can see all the jobs, and then I'll pick all that stuff up and then go and sell it. I think I've shown you enough of this, what I'm doing. Basically just going out, pointing, clicking, bringing it back, and each job is taking me between 10 and 15 minutes. I do get into a fight later on in this one. I'm not going to show it, but basically I got attacked by some pirates in the area, some AI pilots, and they blew my bags. I probably had a load in that as well, close to a full load in that, and they blew my bags up while I was fighting. But I managed to make it back to the space station to repair, and I might show that bit actually, and they got killed by the space station.
Maximizing engines.
As you can see here, I'm now in a battle, and then I finally made it to the space station. They blew my bags up, which had almost full stock in. But you see here now the space station's attacking them. There they are, they got him. Nice one. And you can see I've got no bags there. And you see that spaceship that's just been blown up there. So they chased me into the space station area and they got battered, which was good. So now I can do the repair, but unfortunately, this repair costs me 40 grand or something like that, 49 grand, a lot of money, 43,000, a lot of money. refixing all that. Just basically, I just travelled out a little bit too far and got caught in a fight. So yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump to the final one that I do, and then go and sell this stock so you can see what I make. So here we go, guys. End of my day's session. Like I said, I spent about 4.5 hours altogether, but that included the messing around at Microtech for an hour, not Microtech, Cruel 2 for an hour, and then the 30k that happened, and getting all the way back through and getting back over to Mikhail, and then also the battle that I had where I'd actually done some mining and filled up, and then lost all that in that battle. So 4.5 hours, and I think I've got 11 loads. 11 loads. I've got 4 at Cruel 1, and I've got 5 here, 6 here. No, 7 here. This will be my 7th job. And so 11 loads and about 4 hours work. And what I'm going to do is, once these are done, like I said, I've been putting them on the Ferron, I think it is, and doing these last ones in the 8 hours. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my Caterpillar and just throw them all into my Caterpillar, go over to Cruel 1, pick those loads up, and then I'm going to head over to Orison, which is going to be sort of it depends where you're going. I've got a lot of Hephaestonite, and that can be sold at the highest price over at Crusader, so that's where I'll head. So I'm going to get this one going, and then I'm just going to go and grab my Caterpillar and jump from there then. So here I am. I've got 7 completed loads. I've got my Caterpillar here. I'm going to pick up these 7 loads here now. I think it works out at like 100 and something on these orders here, like 120 or something. So I'm going to go and pick all these up, and then jump in the Caterpillar, head over to Cruel 1. So storage options, Caterpillar, collect. Delivered. Caterpillar, collect. Caterpillar, collect. Caterpillar, collect. So what I'm going to do is head over to Arkel as well. And now we're on the last one. So we've got 7. What's we got there? 17.
Please visit again.
Complete.
Powering down systems.
Right, here we are. Let's do this.
Hi, good to have you back.
Thank you. How many jobs you got for me? 4. I thought I did more than that, but there we are. So I've got 14, 20, 30. Just short of 50 here to pick up. 50, 60, 70. About 70 here. So we're probably going to be at about 200 boxes altogether. Let's take that. I've got 46 left, basically. No, 460 left.
Hey, back again, I see. Welcome.
445 left.
See anything you like?
So we've got around 200 of our 200 units of cargo, which is all sorts of cargo. Now I've been looking at the place to sell these. Let me bring up my thing and just show you. And I'm looking at the different places to sell them in the mining section here. And it's showing the price of raw and price refined. But if we go to refining here, you can see like the locations for buying and the prices here. So Quantanium is Lawville's 25, 25, 25. So Orison is where I'm at, so I want to probably go down to Orison. I've got some Bexdale, and Orison we're going to be losing about 500 per unit. I'm not too sure how much Bexdale I've got. Then we've got some Boros, or whatever it's called, and we're going to lose about 100 on that. Then we've got some Taranite, so we're going to lose about 200 on that if we go to Orison. I think we've got a little bit of Laranite, so we're going to lose a little bit on that, 100 or something. And then I've got a bit of a Grecium, so we're going to get the best price at Grecium. Hephanite, we're going to get the best price on that. I think that's one of the biggest ones I've got, the Hephanite thing, and then I've got some gold.
Please report to
we're going to lose around 300 on the gold, but I don't have a massive amount of gold. I think the biggest thing I've got is the Hephaestonite, and we're going to get the best price at Hephaestonite there. And then Quantanium, we're going to get the best price anyway. We've got like, you know, a bit of that. That's it basically. So let's do this. I'm going to head over to Orison and sell it all over at Orison.
Incomplete. Have a pleasant stay.
Engines offline.
Powering down systems.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
Okay guys, here we go.
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Ready to sell our cargo. So we've got about 200 SCU of different cargoes. Each one is not going to be any less than 2,500. So we've got at least 200 cargo of 2,500 minimum. So if it's 200 times 2,000, we're talking minimum of 400,000. Minimum 400,000. So let's see what we get. Let's do this. So I pick the Drake Caterpillar, and we should have lots of cargo. So we've got 7 Terranite. So what's my money at the moment? Let me check. So I'm on... Let me just write this down. 2,410,628. Let's see what we got after. Drake Caterpillar. So we got 7 Terranite. We're going to sell for 53,000. We've got 10 gold, which we're going to sell for 72,000. Cool. We've got 23 bourse, which we're going to sell for 81,000. We've got 74 Hephaestonite, which we're going to sell for 209,000. And we've got 43 Beryl, which we're going to sell for 118,000. We have 13 Bexelite, sorry, we're going to sell for 97,000. We have 13 Agresium, we're going to sell for 34,000. And the last one, the biggest one, is the Quantanium. We've got 7 of those, and we're going to sell that for 176,000. There we are. So that's all the cargo sold. So what have we got left? Let's do the maths. Oh, and that one. And that one. So we now have 3,254,007. So let's do the math on that. You've probably already done it, guys. So we've got 3,254,007, and we're going to minus 2,410,628. We made 843,379. Boom. So close to $1 million. We made close to $1 million on that run, on all that. I definitely think I could have hit that $1 million if I'd have done a few more runs out. So basically, 850,000. Just basically point and clicking. We got lucky a couple of times with some of the gold and some of the Quantanium. The Quantanium, like, that was nearly 200,000 just on that alone. And so, yeah, 850,000 on point and click mining. So you guys let me know how what you thought of this video. Let's rubber suit Eric here. The hell? Rubber suit Eric. You guys let me know what you guys think of the that point and click mining. So the first mining section I did, I tried being a bit more scientific with it. I was looking at the charts and stuff like that, and trying to look at the percentages and the odds and stuff like that. And I think I just wasted time doing that. When I just went out in the end and just point and click, just randomly flew in a direction until we found some mining rocks, it worked out better. I was able to get loads within 10-15 minutes, head back to the station and process that, and then head back and do another one, and literally just pointing and clicking around the space stations, and I made close to 1 million, 850,000. I definitely think that was a good run. So you guys let me know what you think. I didn't take any tier 3 cargo. It was all tier 2 and tier 1. Well, it was all Quantanium and then tier 2, Quantanium being tier 1. And so the lowest cargo amount was, 2,500 per SCU. And so I knew straight away we'd made over 400,000 because we had 200 times a minimum of 2,500. So I knew we'd made over 400,000. So 850,000 or close to a good run. I definitely liked that one. So yeah, so we hope you like that one, guys. If you did like that one, don't forget to take that punch and tickle that like button for us, guys. Don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe notification for more videos as we drop them. Any advice on mining that you guys might give, and any things you want to see me do video wise next, and yeah, just let me know. So yeah, we'll see you guys out in the verse.
A friendly reminder to check